Alright, now here is what most of you were probably thinking Tekken 7 would be using VR for. Do you see what the fuck going on? This is first person Tekken. This is what it looked like. They had this idea years in advance. Okay, now do you see what it looked like? Look kind of weird, don't it? Okay, because it is. Look at this. Like your depth perception is going to be all sorts of jacked up. Do you know how jacked up your depth perception is going to be? Now, if you look right under King's names, you'll see a green and a red dot. That's how you can gauge how close you are to your enemy. Now, do you already see how this has changed the game and made shit complicated? Now, do you really want to play first-person Tekken? I thought I did until, I started watching this for a while. I watched somebody do like a whole arcade run through in first person, and it just got on my nerves. Just like watching it made me a little angry because, like, I'd be whiffing hits because, I gotta rely on those dots on the side to check my depth perception. But this is still an idea they could integrate. It wouldn't take too much to do. But I personally don't. I couldn't see this as practical. This doesn't look practical to me. This is, it's good in theory. It's good in theory, but not for Tekken. Like the whole spacing game you need to play, would not want to be doing that. Especially at the wall. Like imagine you run into a wall. See, back here every stage was infinite, but still, just imagine like running into a wall like that. That'd be a fucking bummer. But yeah, that's also an option. Alright, since Tekken got this new, VR and whatever, and they also got quick time events. Like you can see how Dashi using his hands right now. Like for the quick time events, they can have you using your hands to, block, strike for a little quick quick time event or whatever. Like you see how he just, controlling his hands everywhere. You could have some shit like that for a quick time event. Alright, I'm pretty sure you can all see this being in first person. Like seeing this being utilized in VR. This looks like this is a more simple concept to grasp. Less less to worry about some crazy depth perception and all of that and whatnot. This one seems a bit easier to do. It's a bit slower paced and whatnot. And also, Tekken Bowl. Damn. But yeah, this Tekken Ball and Tekken Bowl, I could see those making the comeback to VR. That'd be pretty fascinating. Damn. Lit that Oh yeah. One more idea. Like this one is like, so there, how there's cutscenes and whatnot in Tekken. Well, there's gonna be cutscenes or whatever, right? I was thinking like, what if you could like walk around in that? Like the character models, they will still go throughout their function as normal, right? But fuck, what was I about to say? But you can walk around, what I'm saying? Like you can like do full 360s, like fully interactable. But here's the catch though, here's the catch. Like you still will have your hands available. But I have it like this. Like if you interrupt the cutscene, like like if you try and interrupt the cutscene and whatnot, like if you try and like punch them or something like that, then they'll rebel against you. I think that'll be dope. Like they'll rebel, like they'll stop your hit or whatever, then they'll do like a headbutt or something, fuck you up for trying to, disrupt the cutscene or whatever. And then like you'll just like have to like watch the cutscene from the floor. You know, you just like watch the cutscene while you like laid out and they still carrying out their business or whatever. What was my last one? Oh yeah, my last idea was character customization. You know, you get your full DOA action going on. You know, if you want to like be all up on the character, you know, get some panty shots or whatever, you can do that because you got the VR and you know, you can have your point of view however you want it. You know what I'm saying? You know, you can be all up on them. You want to look at it growing and all that. You want to make sure your decal is exactly right. You know, make sure your customization is exactly on point. You can use it for that. And those are all the ideas I could think of. Those are all the ideas I could think of for Tekken VR usage.